George Santayana once said, "Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it." Santayana's quote inspired a theory known as the law of social cycle. The social cycle is a theory that history moves in a cyclical pattern, with power passing from one group to another, always in the same pattern. To fully understand the law of social cycle, it's helpful to think of society as a big machine with every part working together. If you take out even one part, the machine won't work. This machine has 4 parts. They are the 4 different groups of people in society. The first group are called the warriors. They have strong bodies and a vigorous physical energy. They use their physical energy to achieve success. In our society, they are policemen, pro athletes, and soldiers. The warriors defend the nation and keep the peace.
This is Sparta!
The second group are the intellectuals. Although they are smarter than the warriors, they lack their physical strength. In our society, they are teachers, doctors, artists, scientists, and religious leaders. The intellectuals develop our ideas about the world through religion, art, law, and inventions.
Oh yeah, man. All right.
Come on.
Looks good to me.
Group number 3 are the inquisitors. They are not as smart as the intellectuals or as strong as the warriors, but when it comes to making money, they are experts. In our society, they are bankers, businessmen, and stockbrokers. They manage the practical aspects of life like farms, factories, and department stores. The final group are the laborers. They're not as strong as the warriors, as smart as the intellectuals, or as ambitious as the inquisitors, but they are vital to society, and society would not function without them. In our society, they are janitors, factory workers, and trash collectors. Because of their low social status, they are often exploited by the other groups. In the social cycle theory, power changes hands over and over, always in the same pattern. First the warriors, then the intellectuals, then the inquisitors. The laborers never take power, but they are usually the driving force behind social change. Today, we are in the age of inquisitors, but we just call it capitalism. Anyone who's played the board game Monopoly has a basic understanding of capitalism. In Monopoly terms, capitalism means that instead of the federal government controlling property, one person can control not only Park Place and Boardwalk, but also all 4 railroads, the electric company, and the waterworks. In our society, as the wealth in the West grew, the inquisitors grew extremely rich at the expense of the laborers. The laborers, as they always do in the cycle, began to demand their fair share of the fruits of their work. To make sure their voices were heard, the laborers formed a group calling themselves the 99% and demanded their fair share of the profits they helped generate that were being controlled by the inquisitors, whom they called the 1%. Whether they realize it or not, their demands for equality and compensation are perpetuating the social cycle theory. In the past, when inquisitors have been in power, there is a period of huge economic success in that society, but before long, their greed causes an economic collapse. Affected by the pleasure principle, the people in charge only look out for themselves at the expense of the laborers, who make up the majority of society. The struggle between the inquisitors and the laborers results in a rise of serious crime and a general lack of discipline in society. This paves the way for the next group in the cycle to take power. The warriors create nationalism and unity. They establish policies like gun control by force, and when the dust finally settles, the government system has been reformed, usually into a military dictatorship, continuing the cycle. The ultimate question is, can we choose our future, or is the future of our society already determined?